welcome back to the Tech Zone. It's our third and final segment of the show. I missed you all immensely. Did you miss me? I missed you. I really did. That's why I came back so quick. Hey, we hope you enjoyed the show. If you missed any of the other interviews that we've had thus far, yes, I use the word thus far, pretty big word, the King's English. You can always catch up on podcasts, video podcasts, YouTube. Go to my website, paulamadeouslane.com. That's paulamadeouslane.com. Let's connect. Let's keep on going. Yes, let's do this. Do you suffer from migraines? I know I did a few years back, and I didn't know what was going on. I thought I was dying. That's how severe migraines are. What if I told you that migraines can be kind of connected to maybe ear issues that we are having? You're looking at me like, what are you talking about, Paul? What are you talking about? Well, my next guest is going to talk about the innovation that they've created and the use of technology to help millions who are suffering from migraines and also other ear issues. I'm sure you are going to be blown away by what my next guest has to say. And joining me right now is Grant O'Connor. He is the Director of Digital Marketing over at Cirrus Healthcare. Grant, it's an honor having you on, and I kind of explained a little bit about the company, but I think you can do it a lot better justice than I can. So why don't you explain a little bit about the company?
Well, Cirrus started more than 20 years ago when my father noticed a woman having ear trouble while taking off on a plane. She was blowing her nose, doing all the things, chewing gum. And it got him to thinking, what are these people suffering from? And how can I make it better? And it turns out, long story short, that it was the middle ear and the pressure change from the change in altitude was affecting these people pretty severely. This is worse than others. But that led to earplanes, which is a filtered earplug that allows the shift in pressure in the middle ear to come at a more gradual rate, thus being a gentler transition for flyers on airplanes. So it started with that product, and flash forward 20 years later, we have an assortment of products. We're the leader in ear device products worldwide, with presence in every country around the world. And we have a product, Clear Ears, which helps with swimmer's ear and an all natural kind of approach rather than the alcohol drops that people very often look to for a solution. Clear Ears absorbs the water out of your ear with just a silicone earplug. And it's coming to today, where technology is such a bigger part, to run into and have the opportunity to have an app and product that work together in the same ear category is just a phenomenal opportunity. And that's what we're working on building on today.
And Grant, you kind of talked about, your father being the inventor and growing up. What do you remember about your father's journey to where the company is at today? Because you were rather young when your father started this journey. What are some of your memories of your father and to where we're at today with the company?
Well, what I always admired about his approach is his passion to help the people that are really overlooked in society, because the sufferers of ear problems, when flying, is such a small part of society, was overlooked for so long, and earplanes kind of plugged in to that network of people and help those people. So to witness a guy who kind of looks to help the overlooked was really inspirational and inspired me to kind of want to do the same, help people with products that solved everyday problems in a safe, all natural approach.
And we are so glad that you have continued on with the journey. I'm sure many of us who have problems when we go on planes in our ears. So we really appreciate that. Now, you guys kind of made the transition from your company to be more technologically, I guess, involved when it comes to apps and your newest product that you have. And if you can, share us the mindset of now the new product that you have and how you guys have married integration and technology into this brand new product.
Mm-hmm. Well, over the course of the years with earplanes, we had a lot of feedback from a certain type of earplanes consumer that gave us feedback that they used earplanes, these in-flight earplugs, for headaches. And we took that into consideration over the years, and we always kind of had these like, I wonder what that's tied to. And it reached this boiling point in the past couple of years with the rise of awareness in migraines, where we continue to get this feedback from consumers that they're using them for headaches. So then my father spearheaded a project where we did a consumer test of using a more specifically calibrated filter, more sensitive for use at land level between 0 and 2,500 feet, which dealt with atmospheric changes in pressure. And that brings us to Migraine X, which is a slight modification of earplanes to the land use. And with an increase in atmospheric pressure comes a shift in pressure in a sufferer's middle ear. And then within our research, we found an app and developed this app that kind of gave consumers the heads up that, hey, a barometric pressure shift is coming. And paired together with our product, I could get a push notification on my phone that says there's a barometric pressure shift coming tomorrow. I know you have migraines. Put in the earplug at 9 a.m. when the shift is coming around noon or even earlier. As long as you put in the earplug ahead of the pressure shift, that will curb any ill effects you'll be feeling from pressure shift. It will make it a more gradual shift. So a similar kind of concept as the earplanes idea. As you go up in an airplane, the air filters in your middle ear more gradually and a lot more gentler. So this is the app affecting your system a little more slowly than it would otherwise without the earplug. So it's not just a regular earplug. There's a filter in there that's specific to very minute changes in pressure up to 2 or 0.1. You could change the setting on the app, millibars of pressure change.
I am just blown away by you explaining that, because I had no idea how barometric pressure and migraines, how there's a connection to that. I have family members who suffer from migraines, and having that app to monitor, that has to be so valuable for ones out there. What's been some of the feedback that you guys have received from consumers out there, who had these problems, who use the product now? It has to warm your heart when you see ones really benefiting from this piece of technology.
That's been the best part, to people who were previously kind of lost to have a solution all of a sudden, because Migraine X and the app to accompany it is the first solution to related migraines, which is the highest cause of migraines out of all the causes put together. So to see these people that were previously hopeless solve their problems with a free app and a product that costs a little more than $10 is awesome. To empower these people to be able to live their lives like they want to, rather than be victims of their circumstances. It's to get messages every day. It makes the job worth it. Just it's a good feeling.
And Grant, why is it so important for the consumers to definitely use the app along with it. I know some people who are like, well, I'm just going to put it in my ear and so why is it so important to utilize that technology with that app?
Well, the app gives you the heads up of when the shift in barometric pressure is coming to your area. Because update your location within the app to a forecast of 7 days that lets you know, okay, today is Sunday, so on Wednesday there's going to be a barometric shift. So I'm going to put my earplugs in 9 a.m. ahead of the shift. So it gives you the tools at your disposal to be ahead of your pain, to know what's coming rather than to automatically, to all of a sudden rather feel, oh, the weather changed, my head hurt, a migraine is coming on. Ahead of time. So you could kind of plan out your day and take control rather than being on the victim side of the equation. You are in charge.
Grant, I've been an innovation judge for the Consumer Technology Association for about, say, 4 or 5 years. Mm-hmm. And I remember when we saw the shift from just regular consumer technology to digital health now and digital technology. And when it looks at the future of healthcare and medical solutions and incorporating these aspects, do you think that more and more companies are going to really get involved with using this technology or the future technologies to help out their consumers, especially when it comes to the health aspect of things?
I feel like absolutely, because everyone has a smartphone, and to not use that technology that everyone already has with a free app is very short-sighted. So it's just taking advantage of tools already at our disposal and maximizing those tools.
And who's the best candidate for this product, Grant? Because I know the ones are listening and they're like, wow, is this something that I can use? So who's the best candidate?
Well, if you're a migraine sufferer, there is no downside to downloading the app and setting your alerts to either very sensitive or just the default 0.2 millibars shift in pressure. And if your migraines coincide with the push notification you get, you are affected by weather changes. So download the free app and you automatically learn a little bit more about yourself and the pain you deal with migraines. And if you don't have any migraine pain associated with the shift in weather following the push notification you receive, better for you. That's incredible. But if you do, then you know a little bit more to empower yourself to curb your symptoms, and be more of you more of the time.
And Grant, one thing that I appreciate about you is the holistic way of things. I've been a quadriplegic for about 24 years, and ever since my accident, I've done holistic things. I've done things more natural, and touch on the holistic nature of being good for children, pregnant women, and also nursing mothers. Why is that so important?
That's the great thing about Migraine X. It's just a complementary product you could use with your existing medication or on its own. So it is in no way a replacement for what you're already doing, but it can be added to what you're already doing and to make your symptoms better in an all-natural, silicone-free type plug.
Wow. All that in a silicone plug and the app that goes along with it. Who would have thought, something that, I don't want to say simple because it takes a lot to really get this out to market and in the testing and things like that. But something like that can really bring some good results for ones out there who are suffering from migraines. And Grant, is there anything else you'd like to articulate about the company and what we have to look forward to in the future?
Yeah, we were just lucky to run into this at the time we are, with such heightened awareness of migraines and how you can treat them. And in this day and age where there's more of a shift towards natural remedies, as you just touched on, we were lucky to keep our ears open to the consumers who throughout the years steadily said they used earplanes for headaches. So we really to the consumers, the awareness that is developing in different social circles, in the media, to have the opportunity to deliver something that could change so many lives. And with the free app, it's right there. So there's no downside to kind of being able to take advantage of the tools at our hands. If you have a smartphone, you have the power to feel better faster with Migraine X. And that's what we want people to do. The 40 million plus sufferers of migraines in the US have the potential to suffer less. And to hear the feedback from the consumers that they are feeling better, we just hope to hear more and more of those people, because I think the world has enough suffering as it is. And to kind of make as little as a dent or as big as a dent that we can, we'll take it.
So true. So true. So how can ones find out more information about these amazing products? And congratulations for being in CVS. How can they find out more about what you guys are doing online?
Yeah, you just mentioned it's available in CVS stores all across the nation. Our website is cirrushealthcare.com, where you could get all the tools at your disposal. There are links there to the free app for both Android and iPhone. We're on every social media platform, from Facebook to Instagram. So please, we're responsive with customer service. Don't be afraid to reach out, because we're here for the people, and we're a small company that hope to make big change.
You know, the guest I had on earlier, I talked to her about having the social media footprint and being accessible to consumers, and how we've entered a day and age now where we can get real time response, many times from different companies, and you being the director of digital marketing, what you guys are doing over there is truly awesome. And did you always have a love for technology, or was it something that you developed over the years?
I think I always had a love for technology from, I think it's just the day and age that we're growing up in, from video games at the youngest of ages and be plugged in that way to something outside of human connection has become increasingly important. And retouching back on just maximizing the importance of the tools at our hands, not just for fun, but for utility reasons, for health reasons. I think that's important. And it's only going to become more important as time goes on with all the technology coming out.
Absolutely. And you mentioned video games. Now you kind of look like a little gamer like me. Now what's your favorite console out there? You're an Xbox or PS console player, or maybe even a regular PC player?
Oh, I never got into the PC games. From the earliest days, I was Nintendo 64.
Me too.
And then, and with GoldenEye, even though I struggled to beat that game back in the day, as frustrating as it was. And then I slowly transitioned to the PlayStation consoles.
Oh, you had me before that. I'm a big Xbox man, but it's cool though. I'm glad.
We split off.
Yeah. It's all right though. It's all right though. But hey, the love of technology and the fact that we're able to use this technology to help out ones with migraines, I tell you, it's phenomenal. Grant, and your father's vision and where we're at today, I think you guys are doing some phenomenal things. So Grant, take care of yourself, my friend, and we love to have you back on again to talk about anything else that you guys are doing in the technological world and helping ones out there. And we look forward to catching up with you soon. I'd like to thank Grant O'Connor joining me on the Tech Zone from Cirrus Healthcare. I really appreciated the way Grant opened up about his father's vision and where we see it is today and how it's helping many who are affected by migraines. And I'm telling you, this is where it's at right here. Make sure you connect with them, cirrushealthcare.com. Well, in the words of Carol, I'm so glad we've had this time together, but it's time for me to make like a tree and get out of here, in the words of Biff. So until next time, thank you so much for tuning into the Tech Zone. Do me a favor. Turn someone's frown into a smile. Leave someone in a better mood in which you left them. And let's all love those who are unable to love themselves. Until next time, this is the Tech Zone. I'm your czar, Paul Amadeus Lane. Until next time, connect with me, PaulAmadeusLane.com, PaulAmadeusLane.com. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Take care.
Take a little trip with me, and hopefully you can see how the hood, suburbs, and Main Street are all connected. Enough respect, I mean, we network across the globe, cause it's a global market in case you didn't know. And since we all about information,